Hello people, today I'm going to be showing you guys how to use the sweep tool in Autodesk Inventor 2024 to do some cool stuff like this. As you can see, I've got this shape that has been swept around and it's making some cool geometry. So let's get right into it. So to get this started, we're going to come over here to the left and go to New, and then we're going to go to EN-US, click the little drop down arrow, and then we're going to click on English if we want inches and metric if we want to use millimeters. I'm going to stick with English and go to standardinch.ipt, click on that, and then click Create. Now this is going to open up a new part file. Now let's come to the top left and click on 2D Sketch. Let's come over here to the XY plane. I'm using this plane because I'm used to it and it's the plane that I usually go to. So then let's come up to the rectangle tool up here, and let's make a rectangle right on this origin right here. Any size, it doesn't really matter. Because then we're going to come up to the dimension tool right here, and we're going to click on this purple line, click off, and then type in 1. Now, we're going to go and click on this top line right here. And let's make this one as well. Now we have a perfect cube. From here, we can finish our sketch, and now we have a profile that we can use. Now we need to use another line that our shape can sweep across, so our square can follow a path that it can go along. So to do that, I'm going to come up here to the 2D sketch, and I'm going to start another sketch perpendicular to this sketch, or the previous sketch. So let's click on this one right here, and as you can see, we've still got our square over here, but we're just perpendicular to it. Now you can kind of see here, if I hover over it, that we have our 1-inch cube. I'm going to start by adding let's do an arc. An arc right at the base origin here. So now I'm drawing a line. Let's make it go about here. It doesn't terribly matter. And then click. Now we have this line right here. And I'm not going to dimension this just because I'm showing how to use the tool. But now we can go to Finish Sketch. So now you can see we have this square and we have this line that jets off from it. Now the tool that we're going to go to is the Sweep tool up here. It's in the Create tab, and we can click on this. Now you can see that it auto-filled in what we're going to be doing here. But if it happens to not, then you can come up to Profile right here, click on this square profile that we made to highlight screen, and then you can come over to Path and click on this path that we made. And as you can see, or saw before, it is making this sweep. And it basically took our shape and swept it along the path that we made. Now we can go back to edit this by double clicking on Sweep, and let's change the Taper under Behavior tab. Now taper, that's going to angle out your initial profile in or outwards. So if we add a 10-degree angle, it's going to get wider by 10 degrees as it goes along. And this will make a cool geometry. You can use this if you want to make a horn or something like that. And if we go back into it, and we do -10 for some reason, then it makes a horn like that, or a spike. And this can be cool if you're doing I don't know, some spiky kind of project. I do it pretty often, but it's kind of hard to figure out the length that you're going to get, so proceed with caution. Let's go back to 0 here, and let's go to Twist right under it. Now Twist is going to twist your profile as it goes along its path. So if I do a 10-degree twist, you can see that it's very slightly twisting our orientation. I could do a more dramatic one, let's say 360. And you can see here that it starts to do a little bit of wonky stuff. It's still following the path, but it's twisting along itself as it goes. You can do some pretty cool stuff with that. Now, let's set that back to 0. Yeah, I didn't mean to close out of that. And let's go to the next orientation that we can go to. This one's going to be fixed. The fixed is pretty much the same as the initial one, the follow path, except it's going to keep the same placement of your initial profile. So you can see here that our square is going straight up and down right here, and it's going straight up and down right here. With the first option, it was rotating along the path, going perpendicular to your path at any given point. So if you want to have it like that, then it's a good option as well. But as you can see here, your path, or your extrusion, your sweep gets a little thin right here. So remember to incorporate that when you're using your sweeps. Now the next option that we're going to go to is this one right here. It's called Guide. In Guide, we're going to actually need to create another sketch for this. Or edit a sketch, I guess. So you can come over here to the sweep option and click this plus sign next to it, and then let's go to the sketch that has our path on it. This is going to be sketch 2 for us. Let's double click on this to edit it, and let's add another arc in. Let's make our arc go about where I think the center of this cube is going to be, or maybe just about there. It doesn't terribly matter. Now let's make our end of our arc go maybe there. Let's finish our sketch. Now let's go back into our sweep by double clicking on it. Let's go into guide right here, and let's click this new line that we just made as our rail. If I click on that, you can see it does a new pattern. If I click OK, it is using that new line that we made as a guide. So you can see here, it's shooting out this way. This is because our guide was going straight this way along this line, and if we had done a line going out this way, then it would have extended this way as well. Now if I was to edit this sketch by double clicking on sketch 2 again, and dragging this line a little bit out, if we click finish sketch, you can see that it widens our geometry. So the farther out you have your guide going from your original line, the more it's going to extend out like this. And this can be cool if you're doing some waves, I guess. Kind of looks like a wave to me. Now you can do a few things with this last guide sweep that we have here. If I double click on this again, you can see that there's 3 profile scaling options. We're using the main one right now, and it will scale out in all directions. Now if I click on X scaling, it will only go in the X direction. It won't jet out, and the other side will be flat as well. You can see here that we have kind of a 2D kind of shape, if you're excluding this dimension right here. But you can do the same thing with this third option, which is no scaling. And honestly, I have no idea how this is different from our initial follow path, and I haven't been able to use it very much. I usually just do follow path and it does the exact same thing. I see a little difference there, but I wouldn't be able to tell you what it is, but it's pretty much the same in my opinion. Now the last thing that we can do with this is our output body name, and this is just for organization if you want to keep your solids named and organized, but I never really use that option. I normally just name my sweeps over here if I want to keep organized, which I don't do either, but it is a good habit to get into. Now the last thing I'm going to show you guys, I'm just going to click on a random plane right here. I'm going to make a random geometry using spline up here. So I'm going to click on spline. Let's go over here. Let's just throw a bunch of random points in and make this cool, weird geometry, and close that up. Now let's go to finish sketch. Let's start a new one. Let's go right here, and we'll do a spline as well for our path. We'll make this go every sort of way, just for fun. Let's connect those back up. Now let's finish our sketch. Now we have this right here. If we go to sweep and click on our profile, and then go to this first option actually, and then select curve or edge, click on this, it will make this cool geometry. This is kind of just an example of what you can do with Inventor and some more advanced options if you do have a project that you need to do something like this for. And it has the power to do awesome stuff. So maybe you'll be able to find a use for it and do something amazing. Alright guys, that's going to be the end of this video. I hope it helped you a little bit, maybe you learned something. And if you have any comments or suggestions, you can leave a comment in the comment section of this video. My Instagram is going to be in the description, and you can message me on there. Anything at all, any comments, suggestions, anything. So I hope you guys learned something, hope you had a great day, and I will see you guys later. Goodbye.